Honestly, if you are in Nigeria as an actor, you would realize that you have really wasted your talent back in Ghana. As in, people are shooting on a daily basis, back to back, non-stop. Meanwhile, in my country, Ghana, producers struggle to even shoot one film in a year. It's crazy, totally disheartening. What has happened to our industry? Talents are being wasted. Mercy Lord. It was the mercy Lord for me. It was the mercy Lord for me. Now, Jeffrey also posted something about how producers use emerging talents to build their portfolio and make, sponsors get attracted to it. And when they get the sponsorship, they actually ditch these people who have helped them through the phase. And then they go in for the ready-made or the superstars to enjoy the money that comes from the sponsorship. And I think it's a bit similar to what Gloria is also saying. Well, Gloria is looking at the fact that producers are not doing enough. Jeffrey thinks that producers are taking advantage of the young or emerging talent. Is that the case? We'll find out. Joining me this morning here in the studio, Tony Asankoma is here with me. He's the only certified Ghanaian movie critic in this industry. In fact, in Africa, he's dominated many places when it comes to, scrutinizing movies out there. And it's good to have him over here. Bro, good to see you.
Good to see you.
All good?
Yeah, all good.
Nice one. And the man who talks his own on social media and it doesn't care whatever you think about it is here with me. Kofi Che is here. Kofi, everything good?
I'm good.
They are looking for you. Also joining me this morning is one of Ghana's finest pandit and artist manager, Noko Fantastic. Noko on the second. Okay. I didn't go there. Yeah, bro, how are you doing?
I'm doing
all good. Nice one.
Pressure day, but
Pressure day, I know. Yeah, pressure day. On the second, something, am I permitted?
Oh,
okay. Okay, we're getting married on the second, but that's what it is. Anyway, now I want to start from you, Tony.
Yeah, sure.
You have always been on these people. Like, you always talk about why there's the need for us to take a critical look at our industry.
Yeah.
At this stage, 2025, did you see Gloria to put on this post?
Well, it's an interesting question you're asking. Did I see that she would put a post?
I mean, it's 2025.
2025. I would say I would not expect her to be putting a post like this out. But I think it's necessary to add to the conversation that we always have to have about the challenges our industry is facing. I feel like every now and then we have to speak up about what the industry is going through, whether it's growth, whether it's development, whether it's progress. I think every now and then there's the need for us to be intentional about having some of these conversations. So I'll give her that. But I guess the reason why I would say she shouldn't be saying this now is because things should be better. And especially also because I believe that she also has a role to play that puts her in a position that she wouldn't have to say this. And we'll go into that as the conversation goes.
Okay, all right. Did you see it, Kofi?
Gloria is my favorite girl, so she's never wrong.
Fantastic actress.
She is.
Since Gloria has
one of our finest.
She is right. Now, about 4 months, maybe 5 months ago, I wrote an article about Gloria. And my article was that Gloria is one of the underappreciated talents. Now, if you pay attention to what she said, her emphasis was I. She was talking about how the industry has kind of wasted her talent in a way, and then she eventually generalized it. And I've also always felt that Gloria is an actor who could have been utilized better. So if she is coming from that kind of frustration, then I align with her. Because, she's one of the very few people who could cut across both Comerwood and Gollywood. And then at no point was she really the face of the industry or the main big girl out there. So I feel like if she is frustrated about it, then it's true that she should be frustrated because we could have generated so much from Gloria. So I wouldn't say I anticipated she would come out. That would mean that, I can foresee tomorrow. But I can share in her frustration.
Okay. Edem, 2025, we're still talking about this?
It saddens me that it's like you've seen a big gutter which people keep falling in. And it's like, for many years, nothing... You could see that
we cannot put measures in place to cover the gutter, and people are dying. And families of the people, or, I mean, those who have been victims, close relations, are crying. I mean, it's like, this problem, when will we get to the point where it will end? So, I mean, it saddens me that the conversation and the narrative keeps going this way for that long. I mean, I think that we need to get to a point where we say, enough is enough. I mean, we have put our acts together and made the industry strong. And for me, I've always said that that will be a call for all the key stakeholders in the industry to play their role to ensure that the industry moves to the next level.
But when you ask them, they'll tell you they are playing the role. I mean, they tell you they are on location shooting. They are investing in the movie industry.
It's not about being on location shooting, among others. You know, there's something we call enabling environment. I mean, if the enabling environment is not there, individuals will do something, but the overall impact will be what?
Then again, we'll go and blame government.
That is where the challenge is. And I think that we need to tackle them head on. I mean, we know where the challenges are. We need to tackle them head on to be able to have a lasting solution where the impact will be felt across the industry and not individualistic. Because if it becomes individualistic, it will be difficult for the whole industry to gel up. So it should be an enabling environment for the movie industry. You know, the issue of finance, funding is a challenge. I mean, what's the state of the film fund? What are measures put in place to, I mean, ensure that that fund is viable? So what are some, proposals put together for certain soft schemes, financial soft schemes, so that they don't have to go through the commercial, and find a way. You know, there should be, the leadership needs to sit. But, you know, the leadership also moves from government to the associations. Like we say, policy emanates from the bottom. But there's an industry where most of the associations are fighting or in comatose. They are not as united. They are not as people who think about what critical issue can we put on paper and present to policymakers to shape the narrative. You understand? If you've gone to some of their meetings, the creatives, you go see, it go be fighter to the end of the meeting. And at the end of the meeting, you see that there is no clear, objective out of the meeting.
Everybody just...
we do not, we lack coming together to, form or create an agenda to push it on the powers that be.
Okay.
And that is what we need as an industry. We need critical thinkers in the space who can come, because if you go to other areas, that is what is happening. If you go to the trade unions, if you go to GUTA, if you go to Ghana Medical Association, if you go to even nurses, among others, the associations, the groups, they are, if you see a lot of changes within their industry and front, they are leading the charge. Okay. And that is what must be done. Look at recently, when Sami Jemfi came to, form the Gold Board. Look at how the industry players were participants in the various laws and other things drafted to, run their space. And that is one area we are lacking, the leadership.
So the leadership in the
association,
in the space itself is not...
Who creates agendas and push on the official room and ensure, not only that, okay, we go do, but ensure, because like something like the film fund, them set them up, what they happen.
Tony.
Yeah.
Leila said that we are operating a crime scene. Is this the truth? If you're looking at all of these things, it makes sense for her to say that we are operating a crime scene here in the movie industry.
I think she's speaking of her own experiences, having come to Ghana to produce multiple times. Her encounters that she's had with several other creatives within the space, that's what she's talking about. And I'm sure there are a lot more other creatives that would side with her and agree with her. But that's not really the case. I think, and going back to what Gloria said in her post, she was drawing a comparison between the Ghanaian industry and the Nigerian space.
And you love it when you get to Nigeria and you see what's happening.
And the truth is, I've followed the Nigerian space a lot, and I can tell you most of the challenges we are having, they are also having.
That's true.
But what I give them credit for is, regardless of everything that they are going through, they are still making films. And I think we have to pay attention to that as well, that we do not have to always wait for policies to be put in place. We have to take as creatives, we have to take the bull by the horn, be a bit more proactive, be a bit more intentional, and then make the films regardless, because that's where it starts. Once the business of film starts to make sense, then governments can now say, hey, this industry is bringing in money.
But we haven't done that.
We haven't done that. I feel like we have.
What Comerwood has done, what Gallywood has done,
we haven't done enough of that. And I throw a challenge to Gloria herself too, that even now in the position that she is, she should be transitioning from just being an on-screen person to someone who's also, producing.
But she will need the funds.
She will need the funds.
But the funds is a problem.
But
Gloria
really and truly,
rich woman.
Someone has to make the move. It will be easier for a Gloria Safo to work to corporate with her brand, with her the leverage that she has, the attention that she has, to be able to walk to corporate and say, I'm doing this project, I need your help. It will be easier for her to do that than a certain, I don't want to mention anybody's name, but a certain nobody who has not had that attention or does not have the skin in the game. And this is what is happening in Nigeria. Everyone is making a move to a point where we sit back and we feel like everything is perfect for them. But really and truly, they are going through the same challenges that we are going through. Probably even some challenges we are yet to even face. Because imagine, with our lack of cinemas here in Ghana, imagine we get to a point where there's constant production of film. There are a lot of films being released. Where are the films going to even go?
Yeah.
That's another challenge we are yet to even encounter. But I feel like, yes, of course, we can always sit back and say government should do more, people in authority should do more. But I think as the creatives also have to be intentional. We have to start approaching some of these things in a way that we are like, okay, our destiny is in our own hands. Okay. And once, I believe, really and truly, once we make a good business case for the value of our industry, governments will have no option than to look at the film industry and say, okay,
we're making sense now.
We are making sense now. Let's give you more of what. It's quite an embarrassing to even look at the landscape of the year of return and beyond the return. What part of that was given to film, or what attention was given to the film industry? Is because probably they didn't see the powers that be didn't see what could be done with the film industry. But if you had given them reason, they would have no option. I get a bit irritated or sad when people from the diaspora come to Ghana in December and there's no film for them to go watch. Whose fault is that? Are we going to say government should, commission films? Of course, government should. But we need to give government that reason to do that. And I think Gloria should take the bull by the horn. I think I'm throwing this challenge to her. She should also listen to the speech.
The personal manager is here. I'm sure you will handle that. But can we change this?
Okay. We have come from somewhere.
Yeah.
I mean, when you talk about Kumawood, even though I won't call myself a movie person, I was with Kweku Menu from the very beginning. And so I saw the industry. Just as you said, we moved from here to different locations. Sometimes in a week, we moved to about 4 locations. Yeah. It was thriving until about 6-7 years ago and made worse by COVID. And now we have not recovered from COVID. But then we found ourselves at a point where people looked up to Ghana movies. The challenge we had was quality. Look, I used to buy Ghana movie. When I like it, I don't have to like the quality. But I got to a point, I never get to the end of any movie. Part 1, part 2, part 3, then the part 4 would delay. So eventually, I lost it.
You lose interest, yeah.
And so we have brought ourselves to this level. And then when things got worse, the Nigerian actresses and actors, they are still producing movies. But Kweku Menu is doing YouTube. Lewin is doing a lot of that. He's trying to produce, though.
Kweku Menu YouTube. Doing what?
So
Facebook,
YouTube,
No, he's my brother.
he's not making films. That's what
He's my brother.
Edem is trying to clarify. Yes.
Now,
He's making skits.
Ocheche same.
Mark Brown.
Yeah.
One of the biggest actresses. How many movies has she produced since the industry?
Yeah.
Now
The moment the industry, the moment
That's a channel.
with Samira.
I mean, but looking at the time she spent in this industry.
the moment the industry suffered, they all decided to adapt
Diversify
a means of survival. So they are all TV hosts, TV presenters, content creators. And look, it will be difficult for government to handle some of these things. Of course, with a year of return, I personally wrote a proposal to the Ministry of Tourism. And I said that we are so historically positioned that it is shameful that we don't have a single movie on slave trade.
Even on Kwame Nkrumah. I don't know if we do that.
All these Hollywood...
That one is a long shot.
So the proposal was all these Hollywood actors who identify themselves as Ghanaians. Let's send them a proposal. Let's develop a good movie script that we seek to go international. Look, movies are grossing billions.
Yeah.
Yep.
So if we can put in $100 million to get $500 million, that is business for us.
Yeah.
We have not produced a single movie of international standard from Ghana by Ghana.
Yeah.
And when they came to do One Beast of No Nations, it was a war movie.
well, that's even not a Ghanaian production.
Of course. But, I mean, they came to do war movie here.
You see, to do
we have the tools.
Yeah.
We are historically placed to produce some of these movies that would automatically sell globally. So that is where government comes in. But as far as the industry is concerned, Nigerian movies are doing well in Ghana now. Why? Because people want quality. If you produce and the quality is up there, people will be forced to watch it. But when people give you their confidence with time, look, when you love something and the thing keeps disappointing you, in no time you will fall out of love from it. That is what has happened to the movie industry. And from Gloria's point, we need not miss it. You see, there are a lot of scammers in the industry. All these people who take money from young people to organize auditions.
The producers who call for auditions and all that.
They take money from them. And
they still do that. It was very rampant back in the day.
It still happens.
It's still
they go on. So they know that they don't go produce any movie.
Bring 100 CDs. You gather about 300 desperate young people, waste their day, give them hope, and then you take the money and then you leave. Now, I have not seen one person taking on for this. And so if it wastes talent, what it does is that it can frustrate a potential. Because if somebody doesn't have the resilience, once a person goes through this 1, 2, 3, 4, say, oh, make up in here. Because people would always look for a way out. And so, you see, we cannot look at Gloria's point just based on what is happening to those at the top.
Right.
It has quite a lot to do with those at the bottom as well.
I see Anthony Wood in Nigeria, and it looks like the guy doesn't want to come back to Ghana again. My brother, last time I was having a conversation with him, I'm like, bro, what? So I did Nigeria. At that time, I was going to Nigeria. And so when you touch base, let me know so that we can hang out. But my schedule was very tight. Guy has just been in Nigeria shooting one movie to the other, and he doesn't even miss Ghana. And it's crazy. How do we?
Most of those movies are produced by his colleague actors.
Which is true.
It's contemporaries.
So he could have also done something.
But why can't we do?
You think he's coming back to that? Laura should also do.
No, it's about.
You're not telling
Gloria Day, a nice area where she can. She's in the bills. You understand?
And I mean, let's not make this conversation just about Gloria.
Yeah, it's a general thing.
So the thing is that I think that most of them too need to leverage on their brand to be able to, attract some of the investments into such things. But, at times too, the issue of interest. Someone would be a player and wouldn't want to be a coach. Someone will be a player and at the end of the career, like Kelvin Prince Boateng, he said, looking at his temper, he can't be a coach. You understand? If you go back and sound somebody and come back, it go spoil the match. So, some people just do not have the interest. Others too, maybe some of the challenges they've seen executive producers, among others, they are scared, you know. But in all of these, I think that this is the critical time where every player in the value chain of the film business need to be honest to the chain, needs to play their role and ensure that they meet each other's halfway. And that from the executive producers, make sure that you are not taking advantage of the actors. The actors should also make sure that they are not taking advantage of the producers, because at times when people pump in money, pay you everything you want, it gets to, premiere the movie or bring the movie to the public. Some of them put up lackadaisical attitude in helping the promotion. Now, if I'm an investor, I produce a movie, I pay you, I've done PR for some movies, and thankfully, we had actors who were really committed, and they turned out...
That's more like 1 in a million. It doesn't happen often.
It turned out good. But the thing is that some, even in that, there were some actors, Charlie, book an interview. They were, excuse, today I'll be out of Accra, may call down, okay, then let's look at next week. Next week...
There is a way, there's a project like that coming up that he has to be a part of.
Yes, excuse. So, there are people who hey, you will do interview for like a month, they will not be in the picture. I just don't understand. So at the end of the day, if I am the financier, I don't get my money back, I will not come and may they cotton toes, me come collab Charlie by here when him mama PC. Me koyam what you say? So like the players need to be honest to the scheme. They need to show some level of commitment so that people do not take advantage. Distributors, marketers, everybody needs to play their role well, so that even the few people will have that trust of the scheme, so that they will keep pumping in the money. And as it is, the smaller people are doing and the thing is working, others can be attracted to join. And we build a mighty ocean.
Okay.
So,
all right. Because of our time, we're going to have to be going, but I want to ask you this quick questions, and maybe we will. Will it get better or not?
I've always been a believer of the prospects of the Ghanaian film industry. I think things would get better eventually, but...
In 2030?
Most of our problems are not quick fixes. We cannot snap our finger and everything will be perfect. It will take consistency, it will take effort, it will take a collective mindset to push forward. And I think over time, once we are intentional, our industry will get better, problems will be solved. We will face bigger problems too, but I think with time, I believe in the creatives, I believe in the talents, I believe in the business that can be done, particularly in the Ghanaian film space. And yeah, I'm positive that things will eventually get better.
Okay.
I can't say when, but things will get better.
The when is the problem. What do you think?
Do we want to make things better?
That's the question.
If we want to make things better, things will get better. But if you draw conclusion based on evidence, then we are not heading anywhere, because, the world is changing. Now, foreign movies feel Ghanaian now. People have developed the taste for it. Now you have to win them over again. That requires work. And these foreigners are still aggressive. They are still trying to win people over. So if things would get better, then it would require a deliberate effort.
Okay.
What is the plan? How do we intend to draw people close, bring people to the point where they used to look for Ghana movies? Look, we used to go to those movie sellers and ask, what is the latest movie? What is the latest movie? Now, when you go to YouTube, because it is cheap, the quality is, sometimes some of the stories don't make sense.
Yeah.
People know that you don't have to work so much for them to make some revenue. You work 10 minutes and you give up, you are done. They are happy. And so once we are not deliberate about the approach, it's not going to get better. Okay. And if we decide to ban all foreign movies from being telecasted,
we'll still be the same.
It won't make any difference.
Okay.
Because we don't have the content to feed the people.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you don't feed them, they will look for what will feed them.
All right. Unfortunately, our time has happened. We have to be going. But next week,
quick one. I'd like to say, Donzi Chaka is out with problem featuring the man family. People should go check it out. It's a wonderful song.
Okay.
And it's poised to win TGMA award.
All right, guys, go check it out. But of course, my time is up and we have to go. And many thanks to you for watching. Thanks to the production.